Welcome to the Troy University campus with head men's basketball coach Scott Cross. I'm Barry McKnight. Always good to get a chance to visit with you, Coach, but haven't seen you much since the end of the season down in Pensacola. Another 20-win season, first back-to-back 20-win-plus seasons for this team in about 15 years. With the benefit of a little bit of hindsight, looking back, talk about the season this past year and the strides the program made.
Yeah, I was pleased overall with the way things went. We lost, three starters off of our team that went in the transfer portal. We weren't picked very high. We were able to duplicate the 20-win season. I thought our guys really gelled. I think that preseason tour in Costa Rica really helped our guys come together. I think that was one of our strengths. Defensively, finished the year as the number one most efficient defense, which is a testament to the guys and how hard they played. I felt like our culture definitely took another step in the right direction. So overall, even though we didn't meet some of the goals that we wanted, getting to the NCAA tournament, winning a conference championship, overall I do think it was a success. But we have bigger aspirations moving forward.
Since you bring that up, after our radio broadcast in the final game, we had Associate Head Coach Kenneth Mangrum up there in the booth, and I pointed that out to him, the first back-to-back 20-win seasons in 15, 18 years. And his response, Coach, was that at Troy, we want that to be the bare minimum. Yeah. We want that to be the baseline for this program.
Yeah, it has to be the floor. It can't be the ceiling. I mean, it took us a while to get to 20 wins, and again, with the turnover that we had, being able to keep it there was definitely a step in the right direction. But we want to win championships and go to the NCAA tournament and do things like Florida Atlantic and San Diego State's programs like that have been able to do. And there's no reason why we can't do it.
A lot of the fans have been talking about this, especially now as we're talking on the cusp of the Final Four, about the Final Four teams, San Diego State, Miami, Florida Atlantic, and to an extent UConn, have all gotten their reputations because of them being really, really strong defensively. You have always accentuated that. In this day and age with, up-tempo and all this kind of stuff, it's still defense that gives you the best chance, right?
Yeah, I think you have to be great defensively to be able to win a championship. If you're not, you have zero chance. Then I think what separates probably the top 4 or 5 teams is going to be whether they can put the ball in the basket. And to win a league, you have to be great defensively, and you have to have guys that can really put the ball in the basket. We did have guys that could do it. We just needed a little bit more. So I think we're headed in the right direction on that. We have some great returners that'll be returning for us, and we just have to take that next step forward.
Let's talk about that next step. Here we are, late March. What's the calendar look like for this program right now in trying to replace some of the people that have left, some really, really high contributors, and to get ready for next year?
Well, we signed 5 guys early, and then we have 2 commitments that we can't talk about right now that will sign second Wednesday, I believe, in April. There's a chance maybe we may have to sign one more, but right now we just got our guys back last week. I believe last Wednesday we got them in the gym. We get 4 hours a week with them. So we've just been working on finishing, shooting, ball handling, footwork, passing, all the little fundamentals of the game. We'll continue to do that all the way up until dead week, and then we'll have about a month off, and then May 31st we're back at it again, and we'll have our entire new team there, and we'll get after it. It's a lot. We'll do a lot of similar things, working on those fundamentals, but we'll also mix in some team stuff once we have the whole team there.
From the first time out, first couple of times out recruiting to this program, recruiting things, has the ability to present Troy to prospective student athletes gotten easier? Has it gotten better? Has the program evolved as markedly as it seems like it has in identifying prospects and selling them on the Troy basketball experience?
I think the back-to-back 20 wins has definitely helped, because we're the only team in the Sun Belt that can say that. So that's definitely something that we can sell. Beating Florida State, I think, is something that you can just kind of throw that out there, and it kind of makes people turn their head because they know Florida State is in the ACC, great basketball powerhouse. And so those 2 things I think definitely have helped make it a little bit easier. It's never easier, especially in this day and age with the way recruiting is and the NIL and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely difficult. But I think being able to have a little bit to fall back on and say, this is what we're about, this is what we've been able to do, this is where we're going, I think it definitely helps.
Final question here, Scott Cross, as we also get ready to start out on a 10 or 11 stop Trojan Tour coming up, where you get a chance to get with the fans, many of whom have been supporting your program since before you got here. What about the fan experience here? What about the support from the people out there that your program has gotten and that it continues to need to get?
I think that's why Brent Jones, my boss, has us go out and do it. The fans come to us to watch all the games, so this is our way of coming back to the fans and just saying, hey, we really appreciate what you've done for us. You've been a big boost for us. You've helped us win close games. We appreciate you being there every day and just going, and then also giving them a little bit of a insider perspective of what we're about, maybe some of the new faces that are going to be in the program. Just being able to shake their hand, give them high fives, and tell them thank you.
Well, it has been a successful program. Also, the stability in the program, particularly in your staff, has been very good as well. There's a lot to sell here for potential recruits and for fans to really get involved in Troy men's basketball. Coach Scott Cross, as always, a great time to visit with you. Thanks.
Thank you.